think it's about that time. I think it's about that time. I think it's about that time that we called the WNBA out for the bullshit. Gotta call the WNBA out for the bullshit. The bullshit, the bullshit, the bullshit. The bullshit's in your face. If I hear them thread another one of these flipping bogus ass deadlines, I'm gonna barf. If you have a deadline, stick to it. If you don't stick to your deadline, you look like utter clowns. It's just that simple. You look stupid and you make yourselves look stupid. It's no different than the players who said that these things were non negotiables on their revenue share. And lo and behold, they negotiate, they drop their number a little bit. And here y'all go with the Kathy Engelbert announcement of we better get a deal done by Monday or there's going to be a problem. Really? That was what you said for last Tuesday. That's what you said for March 10th. So I got to wonder, when does your deadline actually become, I don't know, a deadline? When does it become a deadline? When? Monday is March 16th. March 16th, a month out from the start of training camp, and you are creating another bogus deadline. These deadlines are bogus now. It is what it is. They're bogus. They're not real. When will it be real? When it becomes real, I can't take you seriously. And you know what's happening right now? The players aren't taking you seriously. They're laughing at you a bit now because you have your word is shit. The term transformational deals being used. Yeah. It's transformational because it's more money than they've ever seen in their lives. Is it transformational though? No. Stop it. Stop it. No, it's not transformational. It is a huge raise. It is a great opportunity for the players. Let's talk about it real quick. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Facts over feelings all day. Follow us, like, subscribe, follow, comment, all that good stuff. IG, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. You know the drill. They've been in marathon talks now for 5 days. New players are coming in. Oh, some players are going out. I guess it wasn't important enough for them to stick around. They got something else to do. You want to know when you got players that were in the first day of meetings, the first few days of meetings, and then they leave. They leave. And then other players come in. So you got the players don't even take this shit seriously enough to all stick around, right? They don't even stick around. They're like, I'm going home. Y'all come on in. Y'all fill in. I know, was it Nafisa Collier came in? Other people have left. What are we doing? It's a joke. Reports have now come out. I think there was a big mistake by Holly Rowe. She got caught up in some shit. She said some shit in a text. She put out a text or tweet or whatever the hell you call it, and she said, basically posted the verbiage from the text and didn't remove stuff. It didn't give the source, so she didn't really have a problem there. But it did state that the players are going to agree to 6.2 million for a salary cap. Pretty substantial difference from 9 million, whatever it was, 9.5 million. So I wonder if they are going to agree to 6.2 million for a salary cap. That's kind of wild. But Nneka Ogwumike, Brown Stewart have been present the entire week. Brianna Turner and Alicia Clark were on site until Friday. And then Nafisa Collier showed up on Friday. I guess we're replacing players. Now we have the new average player comp will be about 570K in year one and 850 in year six. and the max comp will be over 1.3 million year 1 and 2 million year 6. But yeah, now the cap has moved up a bit. So in 5 days or 4 days, they have raised the cap from 5.85 to 6.2 million. What else has happened? What else? Clearly the rev share ain't changing, because that would have probably been posted by Holly Rowe that the rev share changed. There's no rev share change. There's nothing. Terry Carmichael Jackson is saying we're tied to revenue in a meaningful way, and da 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 da. And she says, she says on she acknowledged movement is still the word within the league, and particularly the commissioner and her team have heard that transformational remains the goal. As long as movement keeps us going in a forward direction, and I think we're good. What does this mean at this point? Like, seriously, what are we doing? Kathy Engelbert says on Friday, in Kathy Engelbert's opinion, she says yes, if a deal will be done by Monday. They said the league and the union have exchanged about 15 proposals between Tuesday and the early hours of Saturday morning. What the? On what? What are you going back and forth with at this point? 6.21, 6.25, 6.24, 6.23, 6.22. What the fuck are we doing? We have to get it done by Monday, Engelbert said. I should say we have to get it done without disrupting some part of the fact that we've got to run this 2-team expansion draft. We've got to get expansion going. We've got to get free agency going. We've got to get the college draft, which is now a month from today. Engelbert said that there could be 24, 48 hours of wiggle room, but not much. Again, she can't even hold firm to Monday. This is embarrassing, man. Training camp's supposed to start on April 19th. Preseason games start on April 25th. The season opener, May 8th. You take this seriously? I guess they're going to give this enough time for Kelsey Plum to come into the meeting, since she's playing in Puerto Rico right now. They want to have everyone in the board have a chance to be part of the negotiation, I guess. But I'm joking around. I don't. This shit is a joke now. It's been a joke, but it gets more and more outrageous, because when you give deadlines, the deadlines ain't worth dog shit. The deadlines ain't worth dog shit, because realistically, the teams should all be prepared for the expansion draft. Am I wrong? No, I'm not. They should already be prepared by now. Every team should be prepared. They should already have their list of their core players, and who they're leaving available for the expansion draft, right? Of course, naturally. So if that's the case, then realistically, if they have a deal on Monday, they can do a draft on Tuesday. Keep it in the buck. Like, we need to stop acting like this is some type of freaking major event. It doesn't have to be televised. It doesn't have to be scheduled. It can be, we have a deal today, tomorrow we're doing a damn draft. End of story. Let's move the fuck on. Let's get this shit done. And then we're done. And then you know what you do on Wednesday? Because this whole, like, we gotta do it, you gotta give them time. No, you don't have to give them time. This should already be done. They already know who they're gonna protect and who they're not gonna protect, and the whole nine. And then you have a college draft, which we know is gonna happen in the beginning of April. So you don't have to have this expansion draft run into April. And you don't have to only give 3 days for a free agency, right? For free agents. 3 days for 80% of your league? Give me a break. Realistically, they could have this draft. If they had an agreement on Monday, if they had an agreement next Thursday, they could run the draft by Saturday. Literally by Saturday. And they could have free agency start on Monday after the draft. And they could literally have free agency last at least a week, right? A week and a half, right? They could do that, right? Because the WNBA draft won't even be until like April 11th or something like that. We're not even in April at this point. Like, seriously, I'm looking at my calendar right now. If they made a deal on the 19th and they did a draft, expansion draft by the 21st, 22nd, they could literally go into free agency the 23rd and have that shit run for a week and a half and be on April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever. And then a week later, they have the WNBA draft. Their fucking deadlines are bullshit, man. And you got to call it out now at this point. You got to call out the bullshit from the WNBA, and I'm calling it out. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. This whole thing is a joke. How do I take you seriously? And the players at this point are not taking the ownership seriously because their deadlines don't have, there's no, it's not real. If you told the players on fucking March 11th, I'm sorry, ladies, for every single day that we are late on this, we gave you March 10th. For every single day we are late, you will lose a game. That's it. And when you lose a game, you lose money. But they don't have the stones to do it. They do not have the stones to do it. When you have a season starting on Friday, May 8th, you got 3 games that day. So everybody who plays on May 8th, May 9th, whenever your first game is, you're losing it. It's gone. If we hit another day, so if we hit 3 days, now we're into potentially, yeah, okay. So on May 10th, there are teams that have played their second game. Okay, if we're hitting Thursday, now everyone in Thursday is going. That's 2 games. We go to Friday. If someone's hitting a fucking third game, guess what? Done. Like, this shit is embarrassing. You got no claw. There's nothing that just, hey, we're gonna get you. No, we're gonna give a. We want to have this done by May 10th, March 10th. Oh my god. But really, it's not a real deadline. These people could not be parents. These people, does Kathy Engelbert have kids? Do these owners of this, I mean, I don't even know who make decisions. I'm sure the owners of some of these teams have kids, but does Kathy Engelbert have kids? Because God, dog, she must be the biggest pushover for a parent on the planet. And the owners of these teams must be massive pushovers for their children because they don't have balls. Technically and figuratively. I mean, like literally and figuratively. Literally and figuratively. They don't have balls. They don't have the balls to make a decision and say, yo, this is it. They're going to keep extending. Watch what happens. If it's not done by Monday, watch. Tuesday. Oh, Wednesday. No. Friday. Come on, man. Come on. They don't take you seriously. I don't take them seriously. I don't take y'all seriously. Your transformational deal. Yeah. 4 or 5x pay increase. Yes, that's a lot more money they're making. But that's why you have to have a real deadline. Because if you don't have a real deadline, then they're not going to realize the money that they're going to increase because they're going to lose games that'll reduce the amount of money that they're going to make this year. And the last thing these players want to do is reduce the amount of money they can make this year, right? Exactly. This literally is an argument about dough, period. Nothing else, nothing less. It's about money. Why are we fucking around? Why are we bullshitting around? This is about bread, the Benjamins. That's it. Nothing else. And yet here we are, and it's the weekend, and they got a fake deadline of Monday when your other deadline was the 10th of March. So, yeah. Mom, hey, mom, yeah. Hey, kid, yeah. You know, I told you if you had a C on your report card, you couldn't play sports. Yeah, well, that wasn't true. Okay. Hey, kid, you know, I told you that if you got anything lower than a B on that test, you couldn't go to the party this weekend, right? Well, you know, C plus. It's okay. You can go. You got like stand on business. They don't. They have no. They don't stand on business. And the players are now kind of calling this shit out as well, which makes you also now wonder. Well, we call this out. Maybe they will budge on rev share. Maybe they will. Maybe they will because they don't want to freaking look like the bad guys, the ownership that is. Even though most people, including people that I know that played professional sports, My boy Nick Taylor played in the CFL. He said, I have never been on the side of ownership in my life. Holy shit. This is the one time I'm on the side of ownership. Can you imagine that? A pro athlete saying, yeah, I side with the owners here. I side with the ownership here. And this is where we're at. These people are not, they don't have, they may be great. They might be great in all their other business ventures and all their corporations and companies that they own. But God, when it comes to the WNBA, they fucking suck. They suck. It's a joke. Are you laughing at them? Because I'm laughing at them. I now wonder if they will move on rev share because they're sure as shit moving every day on the deadline. The deadline's fugazi. But hey, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. What do you think? I'd love to hear y'all feedback. That's it. I'm done. Rant over. Y'all have a great day. Like, subscribe, follow, ring that bell. Her game, her way, women's basketball. Powered by Come On Now, the podcast. Come on now.